Hi, how's it going? Today I'm gonna play and improvise in a forró Brazilian theme, and I'm gonna show some similarities and difference with the North American music, alright? Let's start. I'm gonna improvise in a vamp of the song Vem Morena by Luis Gonzaga, and it's very common to improvise in vamps in this style. Alright, let me start. So this was a little bit of improvising in this song, just with two chords, and I'm gonna start answering a question from Chris King that asked me if the song Watermelon Man from Herbie Hancock has some Brazilian influence, because it's it has a group very similar with that I played now, and this groove is very similar with the Baião pattern that we play, and I think that they probably has relationship with the African music. This is the clave 3-3-2, and what is that? What is a clave? Let's start talking. A clave is it's a matrix rhythm that it's the base for some styles. Different styles can have different claves or some of them that have similar. The clave 332 consists in taking some equal songs and equal sounds and make an accent in three notes and two. So you pick pa 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 pa, and you do this different kind of accent. 1, 2, pa 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 pa. So I am giving an accent, the 3, 3 and 2 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is a way that some Afro music make the accent of their song. So and this pattern, song, you're gonna find this and a variation. You're also gonna find this in Cantaloupe Island. Alright, so I don't think it has relationship with Brazilian music, but they have the same Afro influence, and this you're gonna find in Baião also. One thing that it's very different from American music in this case, in this accent, it's the scales we use. For example, we are playing now a Baião in minor tonality, so we are gonna explore the Dorian scale. And if you play the blues, you're often or music songs with the influence of blues, probably you're going to explore scales, pentatonic scales or blues scales. Let me do. Other thing that's common in Baião, it's the anticipation of the ending of the phrases. So, for example, the phrases ending eighth note before it would end in other cases, and the presence of the syncopation, that is the musical cell that's very present on Brazilian music. So the sound of the syncopation, it's very present on Brazilian music, and we don't find we can find syncopation in the North American music, but it's not so common as in the Brazilian musical language. All right. I'm talking about the minor tonalities, but let's see a major Baião. So this is a Baião called O Ovo by Hermeto Pascoal that is in a major tonality, and that is a very interesting similarity with the blues, because the harmony is made of dominant chords, and in blues it's very common this, but blues usually have a limited number of measures that are some specific forms, and Baião the songs that has different forms, all right. Each composition has a different form. In blues sometimes we have some cliche forms like the 12-bar blues, that is this. This is a common sequence of chords that we are gonna find on blues, but Baião doesn't have any sequence of chords that you can find in different songs. Each song has its own, all right. But it's the similarity. It's in the dominant chords that you find in all different grades. They are dominant not because they are creating tension, but they give a taste of that style. If you study harmonic analysis, here in Brazil we call the dominant chords without the function of dominant. All right. So the dominant, it's just to give a flavor to the style. And note the difference of improvise in blues and Baião. Let me try to play a blues in B. It's not a good tonality. Play the blues in B major, all right. But this is the sound of blues. When we play Baião, we hear more scales, we hear more arpeggios, we hear that is a thing in common. That is this sound, the sound of 7th, 6th, and 5th of the chord. But hear the difference. The form of blues. but same note as that would be the blue note in blues. And this note can create, this is the augmented fourth, and it can create some contrast between the perfect fourth. So I can sometimes repeat phrases changing just the fourth. For example, I think we don't use, we don't have this common contrast between the fourth, the natural fourth, the perfect fourth, and the augmented fourth. It's more common to hear some contrast between the major third and minor third. I'm sorry, I'm playing blues in B major, and I don't play very well in this tonality, but I'm just trying to show you the contrast between. For example, I'm emphasizing the major third, and I go to the minor third. This contrast, it's much more common than this of the Baião. We don't have a scale in major tonalities with the minor third. So we're gonna use. That is a song that uses that major augmented fourth, and I realized that many musicians doesn't hear this detail. This is the song by the composer Dominguinhos, called Lamento Sertanejo. Many people start doing it's in a minor tonality, but he put the sharp 11th. Many people will start the song playing like that. And it has a different detail that it uses the augmented fourth, so it sounds with a subtle dissonance that I think it's very interesting. And this flat we can interpret that like a flat fifth. It's not to sound this chord as a half diminished, but to give up this Baião flavor. All right, so this note is here not to be exactly a blue note, but to give this flavor of Baião. All right, what else could I show you about similarities and difference about Baião? let me see. I'm gonna improvise. When I don't know what to do, I just continue improvising, and the ideas will come. All right, let's do it. There is a similarity that I think it's very interesting. It's the use of double phrases. And what would be double phrases? Blues and Baião uses usually phrases with repeated phrases with different endings. I'm gonna try to do in this B blues that I'm trying to do. For example, let me see. So I use the phrase with a different conclusion. And Baião, we often repeat phrases, but usually we change the last notes. I think I would have better examples, but this is the example I'm having now in for blues. I'm sorry if you have better examples, just write for me and I can show better. But for example, in Baião, so I repeated the phrase, but I ended in different notes. So we create this difference and repeat the musical message. So I create with another conclusion, very similar from blues, but the type of phrases. See that. And in Baião, we avoid the chromatic notes, chromatic passages. We don't use so much. There are just some chromatisms that are common in Brazilian music. This is a common chromatism that can appear, but there are some that doesn't have any chromatism. And in blues, it's very common to find the chromatism between the blue notes, the blue. The purpose of this blues is just to show the chromatisms that sound very good for blues. And in Baião, we're gonna show scales, arpeggios, and use this resource. You can use in blues. We use thirds also. Let me drink. thirds are very common in blues. In Baião we also use them, but like using more the scale. So this are another similarity between blues and Baião. So I think that's it. I think I showed you many similarities, and when I started to play Baião, I thought it's just do the same thing that blues, but I see some Brazilian musicians that think this way, but they are not aware of that similarities and difference. So if you wanna play Brazilian music in an authentic way, I recommend you a lot this channel, because every day I'm talking about some details, some subject related to this experience in Brazilian music. I hope you have enjoyed this live, and write comments for me, send themes, we can talk about some songs, specific songs also if you want. I'm here to help you to play Brazilian music in an authentic way, not sounding like my friend said, not sounding gringo. This is my purpose here. It's to show that is a language that is very interesting things that you can develop in your ability of playing. Alright? Thanks for watching. Obrigado. Tchau, tchau.